It shows you how to do this step by step so you can have your own coloring books, paying you a residual ongoing income from that point on. You do the work once, it takes 1 hour, let's say, and then you get paid over and over and over again. Welcome back to Making Money with AI. I'm Dave Espino, and if you want to learn the best ways to make money using AI, then you've come to the right place. I'm inviting you to get your free AI newsletter at the link below. I've been making money online for 25 years, and I'd like to be your coach and help you make money with AI too. Okay, let's get into today's video. All right, well, today I want to talk about books. I literally just got my first copy of my new book, Exponential YouTube Marketing, and I'm very excited about it. There's something about holding your own book in your hand that's really, really cool. But today I want to talk about Amazon KDP. Amazon KDP stands for Kindle Direct Publishing, and it's Amazon's way for you to self-publish any kind of book. Well, there's a very, very easy business model that I want to share with you today, and it's a very cool and fun business model as well, and that is coloring books. Now, this coloring book I bought on Amazon because it's one of the top sellers on Amazon. As you can see, this is the book that I just shared with you. I actually bought it on Amazon for competition reasons, for research to find out what kind of quality it is, what kind of pages are inside, what it shows in the book, all that kind of thing, right? Because I know something that a lot of people don't know, and that is that these coloring pages can be made very, very easily using an AI tool called MidJourney. And I'm going to walk you through that process really quick today as well, just so you get a sense of how cool and easy this is. But we've been creating coloring books. When I say we, my wife and I, we're doing this together. And it's really cool because she's a very craft-oriented person. She's very graphic arts oriented. And so it's a perfect fit for her. And I actually enjoy some of this as well. So we're doing this together. But let me show you this particular book. And the reason I bought it is because, as you can see, it has 3,983 ratings. Okay. And what that means is typically you can multiply this number, the number of ratings, by 3 or 4, because maybe 1 out of 3 or 1 out of 4 people actually leave a rating or a review. So imagine that, like, let's say it's 4,000, right? Roughly 4,000 times 4. Chances are that 16,000 of this particular coloring book has sold so far on Amazon. So I wanted to take a look at it and see, okay, what makes this different? What makes this more interesting for people to buy? Why did people buy it? And so on. Now, I did that in the process of creating my own coloring books, which I'm going to show you here. This was my very first one. By the way, I've changed the cover since this to a nicer cover. This was my very first attempt at a coloring book. And as you can see, it's got some nice forest scenes, all different kinds of forest and woodland and forestry scenes and things like that people can color. Now, I'm doing this as a side gig just for fun because, of course, I've got my own business and I've got that running. But what's fun about this is that I can do this on my spare time or my fun time, or I can do it as recreation, right? But what I want to share with you today is how quick and easy it is to make these coloring books and how you can start making money with these coloring books using Amazon KDP. Here's our latest coloring book that I want to show you, or one of our latest ones. And this one's really interesting because what I did was I borrowed the color, the winning color from this one, right? That's very similar. And I used a very similar color background to this one. So you can model what's working well, what's already selling well. Now, they did something kind of interesting and they left some of the part uncolored. So I might be doing that as well in the future. But I really like this style of cover. And one of the things you'll find if you do these kinds of coloring books is you want a cover that looks just amazing. You want a cover that somebody would be proud to put on their coffee table, in their living room or things like that. So you want it at a very high quality level. And that's what I feel like this is here, this particular cover. Okay, so how do we actually design these coloring book pages? Let me walk you through that process and show you how this is done and show you how simple this is. Before I do that, I want to just kind of give you the overview of this business and how it works. What you do is you first research what are the top selling coloring books out there. And then what you do is you figure out, how can I add value to this coloring book? I'll give you an example of my most recent coloring book that I just did. I'll share screen here again. And this one's called Motivating Mandalas. Now, mandala is this type of design right here. It's just kind of a cool design that they can color. You can see more of them if you click on the back cover. You can get a sense of what these are. Let me see here. There's a better view of the mandalas, what they look like. What I did differently with this one is instead of just having coloring pages, I added motivational and inspirational sayings or motivational and inspirational quotes. So at the bottom of each of these designs, there's an inspirational quote. And I figured, people that are into these mandalas and coloring them, they're probably more spiritually minded or, they want some motivation. So instead of just having a plain coloring book with just the pages to color, adding this little extra adds some value. So be thinking about ways that you can add value to the coloring book. That's a little advanced technique there. All right, let me get into how quick and easy it is to make these images by going over to MidJourney. Okay, I'm in MidJourney, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to type in a prompt here. So I'm going to say coloring page with birds in a forest setting, black line drawing on white background. Then I'm going to put in an aspect ratio, and let's just go with --AR. That stands for aspect ratio 3:4, and then click go. Now it's going to go to work, and it's going to create these images for you. And what's cool about this is it creates 4 images. So with each prompt, you're actually creating 4 images. As you can see here, there's some images that I created just using a different prompt. And this one didn't give any details to what it was for. So it just went crazy and did all these different interesting ones. But as you can see, it'll go ahead and create 4 different images. Now let's say that you chose this one here for your coloring book page. You could save this page, and this could be one of the pages in your coloring book. You could also have it vary this image by subtle or strong. Let me click on strong and see what it does for us there. You could also upscale the image, subtle or creative, or you could remix the image. So just think, you create one image and you can mix it up, make it different, make it new, and create multiple of the same style of image, even if the image itself is not the same. So that's pretty cool, because in a very short period of time, you could have 50 images that you can create and put into a coloring book. Now, as you can see, it's working on those images that we just requested, and it'll take a while because I'm here on a weekend morning and it's probably a busy time for the servers and all that. So I'll come back to it and share that with you when it's done. Now, I want to talk about how these books are sold on Amazon. So as soon as you create this book on Amazon, and my course goes step by step into how to do that, but as soon as you create this book on Amazon, it goes through a little review process, 1 or 2 days. And then once it's reviewed and accepted, then it's published and it's live on Amazon. So now people can find your book and buy it. And now you start making royalties on your coloring books. What I love about this is it is a passive income stream. So whatever work it took to create the book, which, by the way, it's quick. It's super, super quick. Whatever work it took to create the book is done. And now you're earning royalties from that point forward. So you do the work once and you get paid over and over and over again. And by my estimate, to create a book like this is a 50-page coloring book with flowers. That's all it really is. Okay. Let me break it down. Okay. The images, creating the image is going to take the longest amount of time, but even that will probably take you about 30 to 35 minutes to create 50 images. Okay. Because remember, when you create an image in MidJourney, it creates 4 variations for you. So 4 variations times 10, so that would be 10 sessions, 4 variations, that's 40, add another 10. You're talking about 30, 35 minutes to create those images. Okay. Now to create the cover is very easy. You create it in Canva, very easy to do. You just drag and drop stuff in here and that's it. It's ready, right? To create the cover might take another 15 minutes. And then to upload it, like to actually list it, maybe another 15 minutes. So really, in just 1 hour, you could create a passive income stream that keeps paying you potentially for the rest of your life. And during gift giving seasons, like let's say Mother's Day, Christmas, birthdays, anniversaries, things like that, your sales go up. So it's a very, very cool strategy. It's a very amazing way to make money. And it's an amazing way to make money for the rest of your life, potentially, because it's a passive income stream. Now, there's more to it, of course. As you get into this business, you start to learn more advanced techniques and strategies. I'll have a link to my course that teaches you this in great detail, shows you exactly what to do step by step. But I can't think of a more simple business. And when I say simple, I mean it's so super easy to do, and it's so super fast to do that my wife and I, we're going to be cranking these out. As you can see, we've got this one already. We've got this one. We've got the Motivating Mandalas book. We've got another 3 or 4 books in the works that we already have the images for. So now I just got to create the cover. I like creating the cover. It's a fun process for me because I use my marketing kind of instincts to think about what kind of cover would be a really good seller. And that's, by the way, one of the most important parts of the coloring book is the cover. Okay, looks like our MidJourney images are done. So let me go ahead and share my screen and show you these images that it came up with. And they're pretty good. I like them. So as you can see here, we've got coloring page with birds in a forest setting, black line drawing on white background. Let's look at each of these and see how they look. Look at this. These are awesome. This is great. And by the way, you would want images that are not too complicated, and you want images that are not too simple either. Here's the next one. Great image. Let's see. We'll go to the next one down. Another great image. Look at that. These are awesome coloring book pages. All it took was one prompt, one sentence to go over these. Now let's look at this other one that it did. This is our variation of that one image. So when we said very strong or very subtle, this is what we got. So this is kind of an interesting, more of a conceptual art. Let's look at this one. That one's pretty nice. And so on. As you can see, some pretty good variations there. So these coloring books, they sell very well because people like to color to reduce stress, to relax, to get into a mindfulness flow state, and that kind of thing. And so a lot of people use coloring books to reduce anxiety and things like that. So you're actually really providing a really good service by providing these coloring books out there. Now, I literally just got started with this project, with this fun project this month, and we're already at 21 sales. And we're just getting started. You know, we haven't even, like these books haven't even gotten traction yet on Amazon, meaning that they're not starting to rank yet in Amazon. So there is a great opportunity to do this, especially if you have some guidance and you know what you're doing. So I want to mention my course. I don't normally do this, but this course is really, really powerful. It shows you how to do this step by step so you can have your own coloring books, paying you a residual ongoing income from that point on. You do the work once, it takes 1 hour, let's say, and then you get paid over and over and over again. You get paid royalties just like a book author. So I'll have a link to that course in the description down below, but be sure to sign up for my free newsletter, because in the free Making Money with AI newsletter, you're going to get the latest, newest strategies. So if anything happens that changes or is different or is cool or new, I'll be alerting you to that in that newsletter, sending you fresh videos all the time, and so on. Now, even though we've covered this really well here today, there's a lot of little details that you need to know, especially the specifics of how do you actually list your coloring book on Amazon. And by the way, I'm always adding to this course. In fact, I'm about to add a brand new segment all about advertising your book within Amazon to get that initial traction going. It's what I've been doing, and it's been working really, really well. So be sure to check it out down below. But for sure, no matter what you do, sign up for the free newsletter so you never miss a video or a new strategy that comes out. Thanks for joining me. We'll see you next time on Making Money with AI.